What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we're creating a sketch illustration of Elsa from Frozen. Welcome everyone and thanks for joining me today. For this lesson we'll need a sketch pad and a pencil. I'm going to start my sketch off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick, but you're welcome to use whatever you'd like. I'm going to start by adding a couple guidelines in the center of a page to help with the balance and symmetry. So let's start at the very top in the center. I'm just going to sketch a line coming down the middle, using these short lines, coming all the way down towards the bottom. Now let's move to the center page and draw another line going across from left to right. Now we're going to use these two lines to help us create a large circle in the center page to define the size of the head. So from that center point, let's move up to right about here, mark off the top of our circle. Now I want to take that same distance from the center and do the same thing across the bottom. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measure the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right side. Now let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So we're going to start with the top left, and the circle doesn't have to be perfect, we're just using this as a guide. Come back and just erase most of this out later. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, we want to start blocking out the composition. So I want to tilt the head down towards the left and turn it over towards the left side. So from the bottom of our circle, let's angle this up and then out towards the top of our circle. So this will be the center seam of the head. Now from the center of our circle, I'm just going to go across and down. Now this point right here is going to be the center of the face. So we're going to draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom of our circle. Let's angle this up and out. Now I'm just going to curve the bottom edge of the nose. Now I want to bend this center line. So on the left side, I'm just going to curve this down, across the nose, and back up. And I'm going to create that gap in between the eyes. From that nose line, step over toward the left to right about here. Just going to mark this off. I'm going to go over a little bit wider and mark off the inside of the right eye. This gives some shape to the eyes. So we're going to start from this point. Just going to bend this up, then out toward the outside. Round out the outside of the eye and come in towards that bottom line. Now over on the right side, I'm just going to go up, then it's across, and then down. Just going to round out the eye and just pull that in. From the bottom of the nose, we're going to step down and just curve the mouth. Let's go across, and up, add a bracket on the end. Now from the mouth, we're going to step down, just mark off the chin right about here. Now I'm going to start adding some shape to the head. Let's start from the bottom of the eye on the left, round out the cheek. I'm just going to bend this in, and then pull that down towards the chin. Let's go over towards the right side. It's going to round out the jaw, coming down, pull this down, go across, and then in towards the chin. Now over on the right side, we're going to draw a half circle for the ear. It's going to block the shape and size. Now from the center line, I'm going to go up towards the widow's peak. So right here, it's going to bend the hair, going up and out towards the left. Go up towards the right. Come down and then out. Let's go underneath, curve this down and then out on top of the ear. Just going to add some hair coming down the inside. Just bring that in and then back up. Now you want to block in some volume for the hair. So we're going to start on the side, go all the way around, go up toward the top, come around the outside, and then bend that down. I'm just going to pull this in towards the ear. Just add some more hair along the side, just coming around and then back in. Now we're going to add some volume for that braid coming around the neck and then in towards the center of our page. So let's start from the jaw. Come around, and this in, and then down. Let's go back up towards the top of the ear. We're going to go around the outside of the braid. Come in, and then taper that down towards the point. From the chin, we're going to move over towards the right, draw the edge of the neck with a straight line, angle the shoulders, coming down, and pull that down across the body. Let's line this up over on the outside of the braid. Just going to round out the shoulder, and pull that down. Now with our rough sketch in place, I'm going to go back and clean this up by erasing some of these guidelines. Now I'm going to be using this rough sketch as a guide to layer on some more detail and refine the shapes. So let's start with the eyes. So we start with the top of the eyelid. Let's start with the one on the left. I'm going to go up, then out. I'm just going to block in the upper eyelid and lashes. Just going to thicken this up, coming in and then back down. Just lightly shade the inside of the eyelash. Come down the side of the eye. Just going to give this a slight bend coming in towards the tear duct. Now in the center of the eye, I'm just going to add a curve for the edge of the iris. Trace that along the inside for the pupil. I'm going to add a little highlight along the top. And then again, we're just going to lightly shade the inside of the pupil. Just add those lower lashes. We're just blocking this in. Then we have that fold across the top of the eye. Just going to round this out. Come in and then down. Now with this eye in place, we're going to modify the shape of the nose bridge. So we're going to start up here. We're just going to give this a bend. Now this nose is a little bit too low, so I just want to bring this up a little bit higher to right about here. Just going to round out the edge of the nose. And the nostrils. And then to help us get a better look, we're just going to erase the nose underneath and also the mouth. Now with the nose in place, we can figure out where the mouth is going to be. We're going to move down again, press across, pull that up towards a corner, add that little bracket. Let's add some thickness to the upper lip. Just going to shade in the upper lip. Work our way across the lower lip. And now we can see that the chin is a little bit too low as well. So you want to bring the chin up to right about here. Now go back and erase the old chin. Just clean that up. Now we can work in the right eye. So we're going to start up here. Start with the upper eyelid. And add some thickness to the lashes. And fill that in. Let's add that fold across the top of the eyelid. Now I'm going to place the iris and pupil in the center. So let's add a curve. I want to make sure that the placement is correct, so we don't make it look cross-eyed or push it out too far. So we're just going to lightly add this first. Darken up the pupil. And we can figure out if we need to readjust this if we need to. Now the eyebrows are going to give an expression. So we're going to start with the left side. We're going to raise this up and come down. Flatten out the inside. I'm just going to add some weight to the eyebrow and darken that in. Let's lower the right eyebrow, going across and then down. Now once we complete the face, we're going to start adding some detail to the hair. So let's add that curl coming down the right side from the center. I'm going to start separating the hair. Just adding some key textures going around. So we're just pulling the hair up and then out towards the side. Also wrapping the hair around the left side. And then we want to simplify this braid. So let's start from the ear, right in between these two lines. Just going to split this in the middle and come down towards the bottom. Round out the outside and pull that in. Now from the neck, or the jawline, we're going to go across and add that fold coming down. It's going to add some thickness along the inside. So this is the first braid coming across. Let's close off that gap on the outside. Now from the outside, we're going to curve this in toward that center line. Round up the end, and do the same thing across the bottom. And then from here, come down and then in. So we're sort of alternating these curves. Come down and in towards the middle. Just repeat this all the way down towards the bottom. Just going to finish this off with 2 curves coming in, add a circle on the end, and we'll finish off the braid. Let's add a little bit more shape to the shoulders. And we'll go back and do another cleanup of our drawing. Now once we're happy with the proportions of our drawing, I'm going to go in and start adding some more contrast and detail. So I'm going to switch my pencil to a thicker pencil. This is a 0.9 millimeter. I'm going to start with the eyelash. Just darkening up the bottom edge and just pulling that up. So we're just adding these little points across the top of the eyelash. And tapering that in. And just work our way across toward the bottom. I'm just going to add that fold across the top of the eye, and then bend that in. And we want to shade in the upper eyelid, so it's darkening up the outside, and then fading that in towards the middle, and darken up the inside, and then fade that out to create a little bit of a highlight in the center of the eyelid. Just working our way across the eyebrows. Just going to darken up the inside and fade that out towards the center and darken up the outside. I'm just going to carefully work my way around the nose. Now with the hair, we want to add some texture along the inside, starting along the base, adding some texture along the outside. And then from the center of the widow's peak, we're just going to pull the hair going up and then out. Just working with the curvature of the hair. Now we're going to go ahead and start modifying the shape of our braids. So we're going to start by adding some texture along the inside edge and just working with the curvature of the hair. And then from the outside, I want to pull some of that texture coming in. So we create a little bit of a highlight in the center of each braid fold. I'm just going to simplify that little snowflake pendant along the end. Now once we traced out all our contours, we want to give our drawing some shape by adding some shadows. So I'm going to move to the side edge of my 2mm pencil. I'm going to start with the hair. Start along the bottom. It's going to lightly shade that in and then fade that up. So the light's coming from the top of our character, coming down, so the shadows sit along the bottom edge of each shape. A little bit of shadow coming down the forehead. Just adding a little bit of shadow underneath the eyelid. And underneath the nose. Just add a little blush along the cheeks. And then the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the neck. And you just want to fade that down. Now, as we get closer to the end, I'm just going to add some more contrast and detail, and always be sure to sign my artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Elsa from Frozen. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you do, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each day where I'll show you how to draw different characters just like this. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again soon.